Hey folks, this video is a little different. I'm trying to respond to problems that a whole bunch of people have been having with permissions, microphone and camera permissions on their Mac. I don't have the problem issue on my own computer, so it's hard for me to replicate it exactly, but just scrolling through my comments on a lot of my videos, there's a whole bunch of people having issues with their mic and their camera not appearing. And so I'm going to do my best to try and answer some of those questions with solutions I've found elsewhere on the web, and maybe they'll help you out. And that way I can at least reply to these questions with a link to the video and start there and hopefully troubleshoot stuff from there further. So if this video doesn't help you, please ask another question, post what's happening in the comments down below. Do our best to help everybody out. So where I've gotten most of the techniques or suggestions is actually from apple.stackexchange.com. It's a great place to go search your random issues on your Mac, find a solution. The first thing and the easiest thing to try and figure out and try doing is to reset your NVRAM or PRAM, just a place on a Mac that stores settings and memory for you from use to use as you restart even. So the way to do that is to hold down the Option, Command, P, and R command keys on your computer, and that will reboot it. You can release the keys, like it says, after about 20 seconds, during which your Mac might appear to restart again. If you've got a newer Intel, I think it is, Mac, it'll do that for sure. That alone could fix the issues. So shut down the apps that you're using that you're having issues with microphones not appearing, obviously. Restart the computer, hold down Option, Command, P, and R, and then once it reboots, you can let go of those keys and see if it works. Another thing you could try is checking if System Integrity Protection, SIP, is disabled on your Mac. Maybe at some point you disabled it for some reason. So the way to quickly check this, if this is the issue, is to open up Terminal. So I've got it open here. Type CSRUtil status. And so on my machine, System Integrity Protection status is enabled. Yay. Failing that, this is where, again, I don't really want to do this to my own machine, but basically there's some commands, and I'll put them in the comments below somehow in a link to a blog post maybe, but just so you can see what they are. You're going to restart your Mac in recovery mode. So just like the PRAM reset thing, you kind of do a bit of a funky thing where you hold down Command and R and keep it held down until you see the Apple icon and progress bar. Then you can release that, and in recovery mode, which is kind of a way to start your Mac up without having all the things running, in the top menu, you'll see a utility menu, and then you can select Terminal. And there, again, just like we're doing here, you're going to type CSRUtil enable and CSRUtil clear to kind of wipe out what settings were there as it relates to the microphone's System Integrity Protection, and then reboot into normal, and apps should start asking for permission again. So that's another thing to try. The third thing I think we're up to you can try is, again, in Terminal. This is just in normal mode. You don't have to boot into recovery mode or anything like that. But open up Terminal and type tccutil reset camera and then tccutil reset microphone. I think this is similar to my previous video, but just to make sure that that's covered as well, that should reset all permissions. That's assuming your System Integrity Protection is on and enabled. This would reset any permissions where maybe you declined camera access for an app. Finally, the one other thing that you can try is going to library/application support/com.apple.tcc and drag that preferences to the trash. So if we open up Finder, there's a few different ways to do this, of course, as always on a Mac, but if you go up to the Go menu or press Command K or Command Shift G, you can see I've got it typed in here, but basically typing in exactly tilde/library/application /supports and go. For some reason, it's not actually in the folder for me. Anyways, you can look through the list here of all the preferences and settings, and you can see where I just saw it. Now I've lost it. So application com.apple.tcc. So you could right click, move to trash, drag it to trash, whatever you want to do. Again, make sure the apps aren't running before you do this. It's not going to break anything, but it just want to reset everything completely. So shut down all your apps, drag this to the trash. You can just leave it in the trash. You don't have to empty the trash, or just drag it to your desktop even if you want to save it, just in case there's a preference or setting in there that you might be worried about losing. Restart your computer in normal mode, and then try adding an app that requires your permission, and hopefully it'll start showing up again. What it should look like, just for anybody who hasn't seen it, is either under camera or microphone, any app that's basically asked for camera or microphone usage or contacts, etc. But in this video, we're talking about the camera and the microphone, should be here, and it should have a checkbox so that it's allowed to use that. If there was an app, I don't think I've refused anything, but if there was an app that I didn't want to have access to the microphone, then it wouldn't have a checkbox here. It would say it's there, it wants access, but I denied it at some point. And so you have to enter your system password to change these settings, but that's how it should work. Hopefully one of these methods helps you. Like I said, ask more questions in the comments below and we'll try and help you out. Also, like I said, go to apple.stackexchange.com and do a search. There's a bunch of other resources there that are more detailed than I can try and comprehend and cover in a video here. But hope that helps you out. As always, hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you can, and visit lemonaudio.club if you want to join us in the Discord. Thanks.